Prime News live from Douala, Cameroon's economic capital. The news starts now. The past months have seen the emergence of several young Cameroonian creative minds in diverse sectors. A student at the St. Louis University Institute Douala has developed a rabbit shelf where the animals can feed themselves. Details on these and other innovative creations with Nsah.
This is Kong Caleb, a level 100 student at St. Louis University Douala. Caleb just began studies in the School of Agricultural Production Technology, and himself and his team have come up with an innovative cage for rabbits to feed and drink by themselves with little or no help from the farmer. However, what motivated the team to come up with such innovation is the fact that the semi-automated system is less costly.
The rabbit innovation actually is an automatic system, it's an automatic system like I said. We did this because we saw that was the cheapest means, was the cheapest thing we could do, since it doesn't require large space. We need just a small space, like 1 meter squared. As you can see from the rabbitry, we have 1 meter squared, and we can build and gain land airwise. So we decided to use that project because we don't need large space to do that. It can also carry as many animals as possible. Like you see my door here, this is a female rabbit. I can have, in that cage, I can carry about 15 of this rabbit, whereas I cannot put a pig inside.
But how really does the rabbit cage functions to enable the animals feed and drink by themselves? Kong Caleb explains.
As far as the system is concerned, we have automatic water system that flows from the tank and powers all the various cages. Yeah. So from there, the rabbit drinks water on its own. We train the dog or the rabbit how to drink water. So when the rabbit see the nipple inside the cage, so they are wondering what is there, what is this? So when they go to touch and bite, water start flowing. So they discover that is water. So each time they are thirsty, they drink water from there.
Also, the semi-automated cage for rabbits, which can be adapted for other animals like guinea pigs or fowls, is built in a way that feces and urine can be collected with ease.
We arrange it such that when the rabbit drink water or when they urinate and excrete at the same time, the cage is produced such that it has holes where the litter can pass easily and fall on another system called the sieve, where the sifter actually will separate the urine from the litter. So permitting the urine to pass down and go through the channel where we collect the urine, and then allowing the litter on the sieve where we just come and collect our dry litter and dry and use for as manure for our crop production.
On the sidelines, we have 14-year-old Peter Ewane, a student of GTHS Mkwendbamenda studying electricity, who has manufactured a sound system by using a 5-liter plastic container. Peter Ewane has adapted his device to have a Bluetooth that can be connected with other devices. These creative, talented, and industrious Cameroonian youths are changing the status quo while hoping support can stream in to enable them produce more of such innovations.
Nsah reports in the South region, the newly elected team at the last operations of renewal for basic organs of the ruling CPD and political party for Kribitu municipality has begun responding to duties called with the objective to right the wrongs of fellow comrades. In the following report, Nolinga reviews the drama unfolding among CPG and militants of the Kribitu constituency. Her report.
Demonstrations likened to a display of power tussle takes steam during this gathering called forth by Lucien Celestin Piado, an elite of the Ocean Division of the South region of Cameroon, who also doubles as municipal council of the Kribi municipality, alongside secular arm Menduga Boniface, subsection president of the CPDM for this locality. The team, elected by a 96% majority of militants at the last operations of renewal for basic organs of the CPDM, during this unprecedented mobilization of comrades, has aimed at redressing the subsection president in absentia, Senator Gregoire Mbamba, who is accused of weakening the CPDM by instituting a policy of excessive tribalism, division, scorched earth, violence, intimidation, and terror. Lucien Piado now re-educates the latter on what real politics is all about. I am not here to deceive you all, as well as my team, because I know where I am coming from and where I am. I am not here for the benefits, but I am a leader. The team has strongly protested against the division of this stronghold by the section president, who aims at splitting the Kribi electoral pool into three, thus going against the basic text of the party and doctrine of living together, often preached by the national president, Paul Biya. And in strong terms, Menduga decries these jokes must stop.
A leader must be a man with visible intentions, clear intentions, a true lion whose brothers won't hate him. This is what we are out to spell.
The now seen to be perfect leaders, Lucien Celestin Piado and close collaborator Boniface Menduga, were further carried into triumph by the militants when they announced to embark on a fierce battle against poverty in the municipality, as Lucien Piado immediately handed the sum of 15 million francs CFA while pledging to topple it to 300 million francs CFA, thus increasing his popularity amongst militants.
Cameroon's President Paul Biya has received an award from the Serbian government for maintaining peace in Cameroon. The award was received by Prime Minister, Head of Government Chief Dr. Joseph Janguti over the weekend at the Star Building. Meanwhile, the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development also received same Serbian ministers who discussed ways to establish agricultural cooperations between both countries. Katrina Kongwe with details.
The President of the Republic of Cameroon, His Excellency President Paul Biya, has received an award from Serbia for his role in seeking peace in Cameroon. This award was handed to the Prime Minister, Head of Government, Joseph Janguti, on February 14, 2022, for an onward transmission. This was during an audience the Head of Government granted on behalf of the President of the Republic to visiting Serbia's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Nikola Selakovic. On the other hand, the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Gabriel Bairobi, received same Serbian Foreign Minister in Yaoundé to discuss on the establishment of an agricultural cooperation between the two countries. This was done through the signing of a memorandum of understanding between Yaoundé and Belgrade. The opening of a chamber of commerce in Douala or Yaoundé is also considered in order to facilitate trade.
We are having very, very good hopes in the future cooperation between Serbia and Cameroon in various fields, but especially in the field of agriculture. We are considering Cameroon as a hub for all the Central African trade market. We are about to prepare the agreement on cooperation between Serbia and Cameroon in the field of agriculture. This is covering not only trade, the exchange of experiences by our respective scientific and research institutes. This was also the opportunity to announce that we are ready to send our big agricultural delegation to pay the visit to Cameroon, to see what are your needs, to research what are the best potentials for our future cooperation.
It is worth noting that this award came at a period when the Cameroon Anglophone crisis is getting more serious and bloody.
Now, the founder of Miva Foundation has celebrated her birthday with inmates at the Bamenda Didi Aru Center. Madam Victory Masha Ayafo, founder of Miva Foundation, used the event to call on ex-fighters at the center to relay those in bushes to drop their arms and join them. Northwest correspondent Charles Kewa attended the event on our reports.
Madam Victory Marshall of the Regional Delegation of Communication for the Northwest, who doubled as founder of Victory Marshall Ayafo Foundation, February 5, 2022, celebrated her birthday, giving live relevance with ex-fighters at the Disarmament, Demobilization and Reintegration Center, Didi Arbamenda. Carried along rice, vegetable oil, salt and dignity kits for the ladies ex-combatants at the center. Asked why the choice to celebrate with the ex-fighters. She said she discovered there is nothing more important than to give.
I've done it in the prison, orphanages, but this year I decided that I should come and just fellowship with them. As I'm standing here, I am so happy because I would have chosen to drink with friends or do whatsoever, but there's that innate value, it will not give it, because the moment you drink, it passes away. But I believe even the one moment we have spent and fellowshipped here, there is one child that will tell you that it means a lot to me.
She used the event to invite the ex-combatants to relay those still in the bushes to drop their weapons and stop fighting the state. To those that have dropped their guns and are at the DDR Center, Victory Marshal alias State Lady said they should be called golden pillars.
So proud of myself, you have called me a golden pillar. Like their coordinator said, most of the time they need some psychosocial touches. It's not even the gifts. We cannot give because this center they take care of their children. What we gave is even nothing. It's just a token. They are quite comfortable and they have everything it takes to take care of these children.
With birthday songs to traditional animations to appreciate the donor, the senior prefect of the center thanked the celebrant, said they will respect the rules governing their stay at the Bamenda DDR Center and be good citizens for more good things to follow them. Kum Henry Etu, DDR Northwest coordinator, appreciating the gesture, appealed to Cameroonians to beef up the morals of ex-fighters in the process of peace we all yearn for.
I think that if other elites and other organizations can come and beef up the morals of these children, I think it will be wonderful in the process of peace that we are all yearning for in the Northwest.
It should be noted, Victory Marshal Ayafo Vima Foundation is a foundation whom Marshal Victory is founder and is a charitable organization with mission and objective to give life relevance and make the world more better a place for all.
A non-governmental organization, Africa for Nay, recently gathered media professionals in the country's political capital, Yaoundé, to seek effective ways of ensuring freedom of speech across the media landscape in Cameroon. Let's now have an excerpt of the head of the National Communication Council, Joe Chebonken Kalabupsi.
Is the steering committee meeting of ECRAN, the Pan-African Union of Media Regulators, and the steering committee is here in Yaoundé to lay down the groundwork for the organization in the months ahead of a Pan-African conference that will be taking place in Morocco. The rules that govern ECRAN say that the presidency is held by a country for 2 years and you hand it over to the vice president. And so because of the advent of the COVID pandemic, Cameroon that took over the presidency of ECRAN could not hand over in 2021. We took over in 2019. And so Cameroon, we are here in Yaoundé. The steering committee is here to prepare for the next continental rendezvous. For now, it has a membership of about 36 African countries. One of the things which we want to do in Yaoundé is to try to see if we can encourage other African countries of the 54 that are on the continent to all be part of this Pan-African Union.
Now, 3 months after the death of 36-year-old Zimo Belfen, who was allegedly beaten by elements of the 9th District Police Station in Deido, Douala 1 subdivision, life has not remained the same for his kids and wives. Belfen, father of 14, died last November 19, 2021 from injuries he sustained while in custody. Details right ahead. The sudden loss of a breadwinner has always been a bitter pill to swallow for family members, especially those who depended solely on that person. 3 months after the death of 36-year-old Zimo Belfen, father of 14, who was allegedly beaten by elements of the 9th District Police Station in Deido, Douala 1 subdivision of the Lithora region, one of his wives narrates how difficult life has been in his absence. He had a loan of 5 million. Because of the loan, we had to sell his store to refund the money. Whenever we opened the store, the bank was on our neck because we had plans of keeping the store. Officials from the bank even came to the house and promised selling it if we do not pay the loan. We finally sold out his stall. 3 months after Zimo Berthang was buried, the fate of all his 14 children are in God's hands, as they might drop out of school due to lack of funds. Before his untimely death, he had not completed the children's fee. He paid part during the first term, and different schools gave us time to complete the money. So far, my in-laws have been helping us with food. At times, they give us money to cook food and feed the children because he left us with nothing. The lady further revealed that since her husband passed, they have not received a dime from government. No government official has given us something. We've received a call from them once, and that was on the 9th of February. It should be recalled that Berthang, a motor mechanic residing in Bonneberry, had a rift with one of his female neighbors who is a police officer, who later filed a complaint against him. The father of 14 was reportedly beaten at the 9th District Police Station with physical bruises on his face after respecting the convocation issued him. He died at home on November 19, 2021, and his corpse transported to the 9th District Police Station by inconsolable family members demanding answers. In the central region, markets have witnessed an increase in the number of table birds months after the festive period, which saw a decrease in the number of these birds. Central regional correspondent Colette Lum visited some markets in Yaoundé today and put together this report.
Table birds are now available in markets in Yaoundé. During the festive season, that is Christmas and New Year celebrations, the environs of the central region witnessed the absence of chicken in the market. Most persons feasted without table birds. The unanswered question lingering in the minds of Yaoundé inhabitants at that time was why the absence of these important aspects of feasting. This week, as inhabitants witnessed the increase of chicken, we visited some markets in a bid to know why the availability at the moment. They wanted to bring it during AFCON period and sell at the high price to make more gains. Going by these other vendors, chicken is now available in great quantity and they are optimistic buyers will take advantage of the moment. Sometimes there is shortage of chicken in the market as a result of grooming. Sometimes groom this chicken and the results are poor, and at times the results are good. This is one of the reasons why this time around we had, even though some people hid it for AFCON, and then AFCON came and ended, so they did not buy most of this chicken, and now there is abundance in the market. Chicken is now available. We are praying that people buy. So as you have noticed, the prices of chicken are still at abundance because there is a general price hike in the country, especially with the lack of bread. You'll notice that flour is absent in the market. On the other hand, some consumers complain of high prices of these table birds in the market, though the quantity has increased. I see it is now in quantity, though it's still expensive. The inhabitants of the central region will surely catch up with what they missed during the festive period.
February 14 to February 20 is observed yearly as Heart Failure Awareness Week, a campaign to raise awareness to the risk factors, signs, symptoms, and treatment of heart failure, which is one of the leading causes of death worldwide. Bokengo Ward tells us more.
Heart failure is the inability of one's heart to pump the needed or adequate amount of blood by the body for its smooth functioning. Also known as congestive heart failure, the health condition occurs when the heart becomes weak and stiff, triggered by factors such as excessive salt intake, inappropriate medications and usage, low sodium intake, and caused by some health conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, coronary artery disease, lung infection, pneumonia, blood clots, irregular heart rhythm, as well as poor diet. Heart failure accounts for an estimated 64.3 million sufferers worldwide, bearing symptoms such as fast breathing, shortness of breath, especially at night, water retention, bloating, unexplained weight gain, swollen legs and feet, palpitations, frequent night urination, fatigue, dizziness, loss of appetite, chest pain, cough, and many more. The health condition is estimated to take the life of more than 18.6 million persons yearly. Worth mentioning is the fact that heart failure and cardiovascular diseases are the leading causes of death globally, with an increased risk of heart attack and stroke in persons over 50 years. According to the World Health Organization, healthy lifestyle choices and behaviors like eating fruits, vegetables, moderate or no alcohol intake, maintaining healthy body weight, regular physical exercise or activities, managing high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, and quitting smoking can help prevent heart failure and cardiovascular diseases, as well as reduce global prevalence and mortality rates worldwide.
Bukenga World, this report ends today's edition of Prime News on My Media, Prime Television. My name is Fon Quinter. I meet again tomorrow at exactly 6:30 p.m. on what's making news in and out of the country. Coming up at exactly 7 p.m. is Prime Hour with Kum Leonard and his team. Have a great evening in the company of more programs on the African Eye. Good night.